Hello, my name is William Labbancz, and I'm the real estate broker of Sailwinds Realty. Today I'm going to go over a quick review on iMapp Tax and the benefits that come along with iMapp Tax, along with some features and some great way and usage of it, along with some customization and things like that. So just kind of a real quick rundown of iMapp Tax. So here we are inside of our MLS, and this is just a random property that we've gone ahead and selected here. Right on the top with our icons that we have there, you'll see the I. If you hover over it, it says iMapp Tax Record. Select that. Open up a new tab. iMapp Tax, if you're familiar with Realist, is similar, but I do prefer iMapp Tax. I think it gives us more information and sets it up in a little bit more of a convenient manner than Realist does. So right off the bat, on the left-hand side, we have the address of the property, the owner's name, and then the tax address. This would be different, say if it's a rental property, a commercial property. You'll notice their mailing address here, and then of course the address of the property on the top. Owner's name. If there was a phone number that iMapp Tax was able to find, there would be another section just underneath their tax mailing address. A phone number would come up there. Acreage, legal description, many things like that. On the right-hand side, we have another tab for comparable properties. I like to use this one. This will open up another section here, and we'll pull together all of the properties that are nearby and give you a quick valuation on it. From that, you can make some changes to this. This could be a whole nother conversation for a different video. But going back to the main page of iMapp Tax here, I have my map setting set to flood zone because where we are being on the coastal region here at flood zone is something that comes up very often. So to change it, just select flood zone. We can select street map, which will give us a little bit more of an aerial, not just a blank map here, and then of course aerial view as well, which will show us almost like a bird's eye there. So like I said, I do prefer the flood zone. And then within the map here, it shows us this sold properties. We can see that. This little gavel here indicates a foreclosure or really a les pendus that's been filed. If we zoom out on the property, we can begin to see some other ones that are a little further away. Here's a property that's active. Here's a property that's pending over here. And we can click on it and get some basic details of it. Same thing with the sold properties. And then of course the same thing with the active properties. Zooming back in, and this is of course important for properties that are on the water, we can get the measurements of the lot. So say this length here, 64 feet, that's the water frontage. We're able to tell that right away, right off the bat. So great information right there. Scrolling down here to the next section, this is our tax value information. Building value, assessed value, homestead exemption if there is a homestead or if there's not. And then one of the newest things that just came out just the other day, I believe it came out June 1st, is this section here will actually notify us if there is a delinquent property tax for this particular property here, which is a great thing and is even a great marketing tool. Being able to search and to find people that have delinquent property taxes, reaching out to them and asking and determining what's going on. They probably have a need to sell. They can't afford it, can't afford the property, or if it's not rented out and they don't have the income coming in, there's a very good likelihood that they probably need to sell that property. So having this information is great information for us. Right here we can see the transfer history of the property going back. This one here goes back to 94. We see a transfer here, what type of a transfer, a warranty deed or a quit claim, which we see right here. And then another important thing that we see here as well is we see the mortgage amount, which is this section right here. Now they're only going to give us the most recent mortgage, or the most recent mortgage for this property and for this owner. And you'll see here there's a mortgage amount for $100,000. It was taken out in 2005. What type of a mortgage is it? It's a variable rate. Sometimes you'll see fixed here. You'll see 360 months, which is 30 years. Home equity line of credit. That's what we have here on this property. And then who the lender is. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, or anything else. And of course, most important, who the actual borrower is. And this should most likely, most of the time, match up with the grantee or the current owner of the property there. Scrolling down just a little further, we see information on the property, the heated square feet, the year that it was built, the total square feet, which would be that section right there. We see the number of baths because the county does keep track of that. The county typically does not keep track of the number of beds, so a lot of times this information will show 0 or will be completely blank. We do see the type of heating in the property. A lot of central air around here, so you'll see forced air duct just like that. And roof type, roof coverage, heating source, heating fuel right here. So it's electric. Most of our HVAC or AC systems are electric here. It does have a garage and some other details of it. Moving down a little further, this is another new section. This section here goes over the school, their ratings, and some more details as far as the class size, and then the testing scores and the school rating whenever they receive that school rating. And of course, this last one here is the distance from the property to the school in a straight line linear, not as far as driving route. Again, another thing that's important to us is a flood zone, like I mentioned before, and this down here just gives us a little bit more detail, tells us the exact flood zone that it's in. Looking at this map on the top, coming back up here, if this was all green, and I'll see if I can zoom out a little more, this yellow indicates that the property is in a flood zone. And as we see here, as we're zooming out more, the Gulf is over here on the west side of the property. As we get a little further east, we can see this green that's beginning to show up. That green indicates that it's out of a flood zone. Same thing here, there's that little spot there, a little spot over there. So very quickly, whenever I open up, since that is my default, I can determine if this property is in a flood zone instantly, and it gives you the codes down here as far as what they mean. So like I said, green is out of a flood zone, outside of the 1 or 0.02% chance. Yellow is flood zone or 0.02% annual chance, and that just continues to increase from there. So this is a fantastic resource that we have that the Florida Mid-Florida Regional MLS offered us. If you're not familiar with it, I highly recommend to take a look at it. It really is a great source of information for us and really help out with your real estate career. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below, or don't hesitate to reach out to us directly. Again, my name is William with Sailwinds Realty. If this video helped, or if you liked the video, be sure to give us a thumbs up there. And don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day.